Hi, parents of our Leo children. An interesting read for you this month. Thank you for tuning into Parental Guidance, the first and only show on YouTube giving you monthly insights on how you can better connect with your child. The overall theme for our Libra little ones, it's this awareness. They are aware of who they are, their softness, their qualities, their intuition, their divine spiritual self, but they're not in a place of action. It's almost like, I'm just going to take some time to sit this one out and formulate how I feel about things, gather, who I am, learn more about myself. And it almost feels like a level of divine stagnation, and it's okay. So they start off the month with the Horse card, a beautiful card in the upright. And it speaks of friendship, wisdom, and strength. Feel free to go ahead and, let me hold it straight and steady. But you can pause it so you can read it. But it's a beautiful card. There's harmony. You see almost like a rainbow in there. A welcoming card of friendship. And their vibration, they have the watermelon card. It's like, have fun with your inner child. And a lot of times the inner child represents like our inner spirit, our divine nature. And there's this softness, this intuitiveness, this connection, this vulnerability that they have, that they're carrying with them this month. Their challenge is they have the Azurite card in reverse. And this is simply speaking, like in the upright, this card speaks of self-confidence, creativity. And I was like, well, what does this mean if it's in the reverse? And a lot of it was just telling me that this is, their challenge is action. So there's this, they possibly could be dealing with inactivity this month, or they are self-confident, they have an awareness of self, but it's like the challenge is acting on it. It's some kind of stagnation. Their mood is, they have the health card in reverse. So I choose to honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I don't see this as them being lazy as much as it's almost like a solitude, or just going inward and a lot of inactivity. It's not that their health isn't the focus, but they're more so in a state of processing information. And because they have this card, I know that it's not a negative thing. They have as their goal, and go ahead and pause this, they have I am grateful. And so there's this awareness that, they're divinely connected to spirit. It's almost like they're just kind of in a meditative state. They're just incubating right now. And they have like a lot of gratitude, an awareness of things, and it's really cool. So for the first week of March, they have serendipity in reverse. And to me, it almost felt like a divine stagnation, but it made sense. So it's like, they had an expectation that maybe something was supposed to, like, they felt that that things were lining up to go one way, and then it didn't happen that way at all. And so instead of it being like a divine culmination of good things, it's divine, but the outcome is setting them up for the good that's coming their way. So it's like a precursor for a divine setup, if that makes sense. Okay? It's like, I had this, when their expectation doesn't go the way that they hoped and planned. But it's like that letdown is divine, because it puts them in a position like of humility to be ready and be like fully excited for what is coming their way, what is truly for them. Coupling that, they have the New Life card in reverse. And it's just saying, wait, it's not time yet. It's okay. It's not time. Just be patient. You're not ready yet. So perhaps they tried something new. It didn't work. And it's just telling them to be still and maintain that stability. It's not a time to start something new. It says it's okay to admit you may not know something. You're at the beginning of things and haven't hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all. Do not try to rush the process. New life has its own timetable of maturity. Be here now. So I feel like it's this idea of like they thought something was going to go one way and it's a letdown. And then it's like, I thought it was going to go this way. And it's like, nah, just wait. And then in the third week, they have the loyal heart in reverse. So this could be totally isolated, but it's almost like this butthurtness. It says, are you stubborn or over tenacious about an idea? It's almost like selfish, like mine. And instead of being loyal to others or looking at the bigger picture, it's like this isolation and this selfishness. And it's taking away, or it's doing away at them. Like when someone is selfish, there's a lot of like negative energy attached to that, and it's just like doing them in. So it's asking them to release that negativity or that if that makes any sense. Let me see if I can find something real quick in here. It says, now is the time to look at outdated beliefs, old ideas, and misplaced loyalties. Betrayal is only a signal that it is time to prune away all who do not deserve your trust and have no place in your life. Be new, think new, open your heart to new things. So, something going inward. And I'll recap this again in a second. And then finally, they're opening up and they're being flexible. They're giving themselves an opportunity to see something new, if that makes sense. Let me see if I can find something real quick before I move on. Yeah, open-mindedness, being adaptable, teachability, just receiving, being open to receive. So again, it's like they had an expectation, maybe in February, going into March, that something was going to work out their way. They planned, they plotted, they did the work, and it went awry. It didn't work out the way they planned. And then it's this acceptance, or this like coming to terms with it didn't work out, or it wasn't going to work out. And then it's almost like letting go of that disappointment, not holding on too deeply to it, not letting it affect them, being and processing that as well. But in the fourth week, they become open to accepting what's going on. What's changing is their focus. They have the hobbies card in reverse, and hobbies is usually like some extracurricular thing, some activity, something else to put their focus on. And the fact that it's in reverse, I just feel like their focus needs to go on them. Their focus needs to remain internal while they're processing all of this. It's a loaded message. And again, this is a general read, so we're not taking the extra time to unpack this in detail. And also, it may not resonate with everyone, being that it is a general read too. And finally, the solution, it says open your third eye. They have that card in reverse. It says it's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you'll see the truth. Again, a lot of introspection, a lot of awareness, a lot of going in. I feel that this is the main focus for them this month. Externally, they have something that doesn't go their way while they're still in this process of rebuilding. And then it's like accepting while they're rebuilding, okay, it's too soon, not liking how stuff is going inward, releasing that old idea that they had. And then finally in that process, it's like, okay, flexibility. I'm open to learn something new. I get it. Leos are kind of stubborn. So there could also be some process that could also be playing into the process. How you can help, you have the presence card in reverse. You're not turning your back on your child by any means. It says, bring your mind into present moment time. Now is the only place to be. I just think giving your thoughts to your child, not necessarily having to do the work for them, not necessarily, I just feel like being an advocate through thoughts, maybe even if it's through physical touch, giving hugs more than words. But I really get this sense that, this isn't going to come out the right way, but that hovering, like you being around them, I feel like you not being around them, or you don't need to guide them physically through this. You don't need to hover. You don't need to be around them. And by doing that, that's going to be more instrumental in helping them process this and move this forward, because they have to be the one to do the work. So support them with your thoughts, your kind words, your hugs, more nonverbal communication, if that makes sense. I also feel that this speaks to you too, that you're turning your focus, and again, this also could be what it is, turn your focus to yourself, not your child. It's funny, like the irony, like the woman has the same kind of hair. It's wavy, it's kind of on the red side. And this is time in life. You have the time life, literally, I know it's a magazine, but the time card, where this card stands for time, and it stands for life. And I feel like focus on yourself. That's another way that you can help them, is just focus on your own stuff right now, okay? Maybe you've been there a lot for them. You've held their hand. You've tried to tell them, guide them. And it's like, just, they're good. Just focus on you right now, please. I feel like this woman looks really like I feel like she's sick of somebody's crap, and this is male or female. So I get the sense that you're just tired of what life has brought to you. You're tired of what life has brought before you. You're tired of the circumstances. You're tired of the people. You're tired of the environment that you have surrounded yourself around, and you realize, I don't have time for this. I really don't. Time is short. My life, I may have many years, but my God, you are taking into account what you want to spend your time on, invest your time on. And there's just some kind of animosity and this frustration and resentment to how things have gone in the past. And I see you going inward yourself too. I see you, kind of blocking out the BS. The stuff that no longer serves you, you are turning a blind eye, or putting on some blinders to the external things. You're limiting it's almost like you're focusing on what matters right now for you. Because by you taking care of you, you're able to take care of your family. But you're aware, time is running out. I don't have time for this. It's you're desiring to focus your attention on those things that are going to move you forward in your life and for your family. And you are cognizant and aware that, time is continually passing by. And I think maybe you could have had like a reality check moment. Like, what do I have to show for it? I've been hanging out with this wrong crowd. I've been hanging out with these people who aren't going anywhere. I've been hanging out with these people who have been zapping my energy. I've been dealing with this negative job that isn't, acknowledging my worth. I'm done. I'm going to start investing in myself, and I'm going to start moving myself forward in a way that best serves me. And that's connected with this. When I saw the hilarious card in reverse first. So I'll give you a chance. Go ahead and pause so you can read that. But it's funny, when I saw this, like that, I was like, oh, this is not a time to play. This is a time to be serious, and then I see this card and I'm like, yeah, that makes absolute perfect sense. So you are focused on getting your stuff done, taking care of you, and doing what needs to be done so that you can best serve your family and move your family forward. So let me know what you think in the comments. I really appreciate hearing from all of you. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great month, and we will see you again soon.